Pascal, congratulations on your victory. It's a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
In the previous races, a lot of people was talking about how much part you needed to improve in qualifying, which I agree. If you start in a better position, is better in the race. But besides qualifying, what do you think was missing for you to get to the podium, like in Jakarta?
I think just putting everything together, to be honest, it's very difficult to have a clean weekend, to have, let's say to start already on a very good baseline, then during the weekend to be faultless, and then obviously also to put all the laps together. And I think, last weekend was a very clean weekend for us. We started well in every session. We made small steps forward in the right direction, and then it's just kind of adding up and heading towards a good result. If I compare it to other races, like I said before, when we start into a weekend with a P15 or P17, yes, you can still turn it around, but if you do that in FP1, you only have one more practice session to go, and it's not always certain that the changes you make, they work 100%. And then I think there were also other small issues and things hurting our performance. And I think we fixed that. We made also our right conclusions, like I said, coming to Jakarta, to put our car in a good place. And therefore just the whole weekend felt much easier than before.
About your performance in Jakarta, do you think you could have done something different to get the win in the second race?
I think starting from P6 was not the best position to be in, because I was starting on the dirty side and lost already a position at the start. And then like I said, it was very important. It was very difficult to overtake, only with a lot of risk. And in the end, the race was almost flat out. And then at that point, it was more important for me to take P6 home and take the 8 points with me, than trying a move and DNF and probably even getting a penalty then for the next race, because sometimes you not only crash and lose the points, sometimes you also get a penalty then for the next race. So for me, it felt like the best thing to do, to bring P6 home, take the 8 points. But I think starting from P6 was not ideal. If it would have been a P5, for example, and after the start I would have been in P4, it could have been a different race. But after being P7 after lap 1, it was not an easy race. We have a very good relationship and a very open, let's say, we always have very open discussions within a team. So I love the work with Antonio and how the mood and the general feeling is this season in the team. And obviously we are both allowed to maximize our weekends and to score the maximum points, because there's not only the drivers' championship, there's also the team's championship. And in both championships we are leading with a very small margin, and we want to win both championships. So definitely it's important that also Antonio scores a lot of points, not only for himself but also for the team. Yes, so I'm always aiming for race wins. That's my my number one goal, because if you're winning races, you're also doing well for the championship. So yes, focusing now on the championship, I want to take the points home, because we see how close it is now, and it's also important to maximize every race. So it's going to be risk management in some ways, and definitely I'm aiming to maximize every weekend we have, and bringing home the most points as possible. Well, I think there are now probably 4 or 5 drivers in the fight for the Drivers' Championship. And honestly, it's just about getting everything together, maximizing your weekends, being faultless, and yeah, just having the focus on getting the job done. I think there's no secret. I think all of us can win. It's very close. It's very tight, and all of us have won races this season, so we are all capable of winning the championship as well. And it's just about, yeah, extracting everything out of the packages in the last 5 races now, and outscoring the others.
Max, congratulations on your victory. Not just the victory, but the whole weekend was just amazing. So after Saturday's race, you did an interview and you said the car felt good and the thing had made some updates and then you're feeling great, but the car still wasn't the way you wanted, like something was missing, and the team would make some adjustments for Sunday's race. And then on Sunday, you won the race. So I'd like to know if you made any changes in the car for Sunday, and what do you think was the biggest difference in your performance between Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah, so definitely, like the whole weekend, I had a good feeling in the car, and yeah, we made pretty much all weekend long the right calls in terms of strategy, car setup, software settings, everything. But yeah, there was one moment in the weekend where I wasn't as comfortable, and where clearly we could have done better. Was race 1, was especially balance related. It's really difficult in Formula E always to hit the right window, and yeah, let's say race 1, the 3rd place was great. It was a podium for us. It was the maximum we could achieve in this race. But I knew that, yeah, if we do some tweaks to the car in the way I like it, we can have a chance on Sunday to beat everybody. And yeah, this is then what happened on Sunday. So yeah, it was a great reward for sure. We said, okay, we want to really use this season well to get in good shape, to build up a strong performance together as a team. For sure, it's good now to be in a decent position in the championship, and I think as well there is potential to climb a bit higher. How high, it doesn't only depend on us, it depends on other people as well. I think we've got 5 races now with 3 tracks that are quite different to each other. And yeah, what we want to do is to prove and to see if we can make our car competitive on all these 3 circuits. I think this will be a big challenge. And yeah, if we do that, and if we have some good races, then yeah, for sure we will not give up until the very end. This is for sure clear. I'm very ambitious and always want to be on top. But yeah, definitely the championship is something that I'm not thinking about at this stage. I just focus on a good Portland weekend, and afterwards on a good Rome weekend, and then the same in London, and then we see how many points we score at the end of the year.
My question is similar to this last question, because I want to understand how it is for you mentally, because of course you're not fighting for the championship, but mathematically have the chance. So how is it for you? Like, you're more like the type of, okay, I can fight for this thing, so I'm gonna jump in and try to do the best I can, or you are I will just collect some points and whatever has to happen will happen kind of guy? So how is it for you mentally?
For me, the mental state stays basically exactly the same like before this weekend. And this is my approach in general for racing. So what I do is I focus fully on the things that I can influence from myself, which is my personal performance in the car, and as well what I can work on together with the team to make this package really fast. And then like this, I go step by step. I focus on session by session, and then qualifying and race. Try to do the best possible job, whatever this may be. And in this way, I guess you score the best and the most amount of points during a season, because I don't think it's very useful to always speak about, I want to win, I want to fight for the championship, because anyway, you want to do this. Otherwise, we all wouldn't be racing in this championship. So yeah, this is my mindset, and that's why it doesn't change for the next 5 races. I think for sure the first one was very special. Like Santiago, I think is a race or a day I remember for a very long time. And yeah, but then probably straight after I would say it's Jakarta, because it has been almost now 2 years for me that I had to wait for a win after New York, and especially after the last season, which really has not been an easy one for me, with an or not competitive package, and as well the season start now, despite big ambitions together with Maserati. It was really not an easy time, as you can imagine. But yeah, I'm really proud in the way how I went through all these low moments, and I've always been keep working on myself, on my own development as a person, as a sportsman. And I knew, even without the results, that I'm a better version of myself already last year and at the start of this year. But obviously now let's say to complete all this with good results is fantastic. And that's why, for sure it has been for me a very proud moment on Sunday. Obviously very proud moment. And yeah, I mean, many people told me, this fact about the Fangio pole position and win so many years ago, the last one to achieve it with Maserati in a single seater. So yeah, to listen to my name in one sentence with him is incredible. Is very, very proud. I'm very, very proud about this. And yeah, in terms of celebrations, actually we tried to change our flights for Monday, because we went home on Sunday night. Unfortunately, we I couldn't stay with the team. James, Ada, and myself, we all went back home on Sunday. So we obviously had some champagne on the plane. So that's the maximum we had on Sunday night. But yeah, definitely this weekend I'm gonna celebrate with my team, with my friends. It's pretty cool, because I'm based here in Monaco, the team as well. So it gives us a good chance to do this together.
I have one more question. Yeah. I did this question for Pascal yesterday, but for him it was about the second race. So for you, it's about the first race. About your performance in Jakarta, do you think you could have done something different in the first race to get the win?
I was reviewing the race again 2 days ago, and it's really hard to say. Like, it really didn't feel comfortable in the race for what I mentioned earlier. So yeah, to be fair, the risk would have been extremely high to try to be in P2 or to go for Pascal even. So yeah, even now with a few days of distance, I'm satisfied with this third place, even though it was the only session which we didn't finish on top on the weekend. And yeah, I guess sometimes in racing you need to accept that it's not your day, it's not your time, but you need to maximize what you have. So that's why for me the 15 points there were good.
E aí, gostaram? Não esqueça de deixar aquela curtida, aquele comentário, compartilhe o nosso conteúdo e, claro, segue o Entre Fórmulas nas redes sociais e acesse o nosso site entreformulas.com.br para ficar por dentro de tudo. Até a próxima!